All right, Coach. Well, after 3 years as the home of the Chargers, it is most likely the final regular season home game at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Oakland Raiders and our home team. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. 180. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
But we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
Here we go. 180. Check. Hey, alert 3. Slam. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Sponge.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It's taken to the 26. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Set up. 60 outlaw. Hey, orbit.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Complete. Hunter Henry with the ground. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a carry by the 3rd-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And now look at him go. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 77 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
22 yards there, a first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A., where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the Raiders really have high hopes for this 27-year-old receiver. Running is Jacobs. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Here we go. 120.
Here's Jacobs. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Garoppolo now. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Garoppolo on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Counter play with Jacobs. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Charger D making things difficult, and it's 4th down. The kick by Bryant is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Charger drive about to get going.
3 bucks.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Operating from the gun. Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
2nd and 1. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter.
Chargers 6, Raiders 3.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Herbert. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Allen's first catch, good for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here we go. 70, Indy. Hey, Sam off. Ready?
On first down, Herbert. Pass caught. It's the rookie from Ole Miss, Dawson Knox. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards. Looking to throw. Herbert. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
Ready up.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Wahoo! Shoot!
Back to throw. Herbert. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Black 80! Ricky.
Now Washington. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Here we go.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. On first, here's Washington. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On 2nd down, it's Washington. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Looks to throw, and that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
61, match box, light.
On second down, Eckler. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Set, ready, 8, read.
Right here. Double tight, guys, double.
Hey, Delta.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Here's Jacobs. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. So they get pushed back to the 11. And rush coming, and he's taken down. Damon Harrison able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Here we go.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Flush to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get in the field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Looking to throw. Herbert. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Like 20!
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. First and 15.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Eleven.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day.
And boy, again, they won't get this off in time. So that'll back them up 5. Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20. Now Garoppolo. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, Jacobs. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
6.
And that'll set them back 5.
Here we go. 80.
Come on. Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He wants it all for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning.
And the Raiders have got him.
The quarterback taking
Max Crosby make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 20. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Check 13. Check 13. Check 9. Check 9.
5.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert going deep here for Allen. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Allen. Keenan Allen, 91 yards. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Watch the square. Watch the square.
Staying on the ground with Washington. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, now Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going.
55, my guy, 55. Check.
On 1st and 10, Herbert finding Knox there, complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. On 3rd down, Herbert. Buying time to his left. He'll get this to Eckler. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
This is taken at the 23. He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 180.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
They'll start the drive with Washington. And he is going to lose yardage here. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work.
And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Max Crosby has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Open man, it's Allen. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Leo.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Max Crosby has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Back to throw. Herbert. He's got it to Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Off play action. Herbert. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. Looking to throw. Herbert, and he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry is it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. This is caught, and he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
We're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 44, Garoppolo, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Will find his tight end. That's Waller. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. The Raiders on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 16. He's going to let this go. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Shoot. On 1st down, Herbert. And caught by Henry. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Hey, seam 6, seam 6.
Mike 42, Mike 42. All day, baby, all day.
Now.
Mike 42, Mike 42, check, check, Mike 42.
Get it.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He goes full extension, and he's got it. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker.
Mike 42, Mike 42.
2nd down and inches. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Nassib in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Mike's 42, Mike's 42. Stop your whining.
80 weapons.
Slam.
Hey, Delta. Go.
Mine.
Go.
On 4th down, Herbert. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
1st and 10.
Ready. 18 Gator. Now.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert looking for the end zone. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Garoppolo now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe it.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Max Crosby in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here we go on 2nd and 12. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
It's a game of 7.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. 2nd and 3. And this is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on 4th down last year, and they're going here. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for L.A.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
On 1st down, Herbert. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 52 yards. For the Chargers, they're able to wipe. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Watch the curl. Watch the curls.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Here we go, here we go.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
We own
Garoppolo now. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
That's going to be a long...
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jalen Mills. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the home team here, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.